Fuchs in the house. Don't have anything. Trying this video while I'm watching Halloween 20, 20 years later. And kind of in the middle of the movie, I think. Then I'm close to the middle, if anything. So, Fuchs in the house. My parents had their 60th wedding anniversary in June, and it ended up being almost a 30-day scenario. Is they went out dinner twice. My sister, then my aunt on their anniversary date, and then this past weekend, my dad family um, came over, and so I was doing. I get to do the food scenario, and the night before, I go over to Andre's Pizza, and I'm like, hey, I got a get together happening. Do I have to order earlier? Am I good? And so they're like, yeah, you can order, about 45. It's going to take 45 minutes being a larger order. So put that in place. So Saturday afternoon, it's 12:30. Company's coming at 1. I'm going to place the order. I call up, power's out. So I don't have nothing for food at 12:30 in the afternoon. So last minute, I end up going with Domino's, and I think what that was nice is it was hot out, and so it seems like I think I was the only order I think at the time because they had everything, for what I ordered. One thing for Domino's is the side salads. Make your own or go buy some lettuce and make your own because $8 for a salad that's for kind of for two people. Um, I didn't know the price because it's like I just need to place an order and I need food. So the bill ended up being a little higher than I expected, but again, when you're at very last minute, you can't you got to go with what you have. The kids were pleased with the Dominoes, so that worked out. Kids had a nice time. I got to run through a sprinkler. No picture, no video or picture of that. They have a picture of me next to the sprinkler, but not running through. Um, I have to say, at my age, I couldn't believe I ran around for a while, and I think got a little more sun than I should have, and but it ended up being a good time. My dad, he basically had to stay in because of how hot it was, so he had to kind of stay with the AC. But it sounded like everybody had a good time. Party lasted a good 3.5 hours. The kids, they enjoyed the walk. I mean, they had balloon fights, squirt guns, so they were content. So I was kind of like, coming over to old people, and it's like, oh great, we got it's like how is this going to work out for the kids? And they ended up having a decent time. It seems like, and so that worked out great. Ended up watching a couple movies. Movie talk is Sacrifice 2011, Cuban Gooding Jr. and Christian Slater. Cuban Gooding Jr. is undercover cop that has to take care of a kid that gets dropped off because of a drug. I don't know if it's a drug deal that goes bad. I'm trying to remember. Um, but he's got his own kind of thing going on in his life, so he has to fight through his kind of demons. And then Christian Slater, his role was a pastor in the movie, and it seemed like more of a side role instead of like a major role. Um, got a 4.7, so it kind of fit where it was. Then I watched a movie called Oppressed with Luke Gross, I think his name is, 2011 also. Basically, father, husband gets in bad with a mortgage and needs money quick, so he goes to somebody he hasn't seen in years and ends up kind of get involved in a drug deal that goes south, and he comes becomes the person that's involved with it. And that one, I think got a 4.7, I think. And then ended up watching another movie called Pawn, 2013, where there's a robbery that kind of gets it's shady, and it's got a good cast. Forrest Whitaker's in there, and that one I'll go as the movie if you're looking for a movie. That one, watch that one. Pawn, 2013, and last is The Garden. It's weird is I replanted and now so where some of the seeds basically they're coming up from my first plant, and I think lettuce coming right next to my beans. So I don't know how that's going to work out. Um, but the ground for the flowers by my parents, the side of the house, there's something wrong. Petunias, nothing. Marigolds aren't taken. The only thing so far seems to be moss roses. I don't know if it's just because of this soil being the way it is, dry, that moss roses must take to it a little bit. But yeah, I'm really having problems with the flowers this year, and for how much I spent and kind of pissed away, which pisses me off a bit. And so that is that. And then my last video, I mean, part of this is if anybody, um, I appreciate everybody that watches the videos. So thanks, and go from there. And enjoy the night, and yeah, have a good one. Bye.